what are the key areas of reform if the WTO has to survive in the present context of trade war, and especially keeping in mind the interest of India? See, this question is very pertinent even for this year, because the general system of preferences has been revoked for India by the United States, and how it is going to impact India-United States relations, how the United States-China relations are now having an impact on India. Their worsening is having an impact on India as well. So I think in similar context, the question was with regard to the WTO. So I started with, I picked up the term WTO. I tried to, explain it, introduce it, what the World Trade Organization is, how there was a general agreement of trade and tariff, and how it came into play, how many countries are a part of it. You can mention it if you remember, you can leave it otherwise. The question is, what are the key areas of reform? They are trying to, ask you the reforms, especially in context of India. And there were a lot of articles in the newspaper, in magazines like Down to Earth or etc., which mentioned about this WTO thing. So some of the things that I wrote there was that, there has to be widening of the membership that is there, and there has to be increase in the role of the developing countries, because now the economic system is changing. Things are not always in control of the United States and Europe. So I had some kind of a pie chart, which I don't know, I saw it somewhere. This pie chart reflected the fact that right now it's 2019, coming 2050 or something, when we move from 2019 to 2050, the pie chart actually represented the share of India, China. For example, right now India, China is just this, and this is United States and Europe. China is big, you have India, very less one. So this will reverse actually, and the larger chunk will be taken up by India, China, other such countries, and very less by the United States and Europe. So we'll have more of a balanced kind of a thing coming up in the coming years. So I tried to draw this and tried to just mention how things will be changing, and that reality has to be kept in mind while you're reforming WTO. So those things. Then there's this thing that United States also blocked the constitution of a committee of WTO, because it was responsible to appoint the members of it, and it was not appointing, and that was derailing the process of appeals being addressed by WTO. So it's like reducing the impact of big powers, and their play in such international organization is also required, because otherwise the international organizations will only be mere puppets in hands of such big powers. But it's high time that it reflects the realities. Like India is the it's the fastest growing economy, even in terms of purchasing power parity is really good. So these new realities should be taken into perspective.